Yo, what is good, Jets Nation? Welcome back to another live stream here on Jets Media. I'm joined by
Yeah,
my brother Jack Miguel.
yeah, yeah. What up? What up?
Good,
What up?
Jack. How you doing today, man?
I'm feeling good. Tough loss for our New York Knicks last night. I know you were there in attendance, which is amazing in itself. But yeah, I'm feeling good. Because this is Jets land. This isn't Knicks land. So feeling good, feeling optimistic.
Yeah,
How you
man.
feeling?
You had to ruin my night by reminding me about my Knicks last night, Jack. That's how you want to start off the stream? But no,
I'm
I'm
so
just I'm just
sorry,
messing.
dude.
I'm just messing with you. For those of you guys that know, I also have a Knicks channel. I was at the game last night, and yes, it was absolutely depressing. But I'm going to connect my experience at the Garden last night to the Jets because we got breaking news today that the New York Jets will have 100% capacity for the 2021 season. That is awesome news. Life is getting back to normal. Last night, actually, when I was at the Garden, as you guys know, or if you didn't watch the game, there was a lot of people there, 15,000 to be exact, and it was a packed arena. And a couple minutes before tip-off, I was sitting in my seats looking around, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, I got a little emotional. I was looking around and I was just like, wow, like I would never expect this to be where we are right now after going through a year of chaos, of the pandemic, of everything that we had to go through as a country, as a world. I mean, this was a world war we just went through with this pandemic. And to be in an arena like the Garden, who has historically been the greatest arena in the world, and to be a part of that experience of having the biggest event in New York since the pandemic happened, it really hit me at one point, and it was just like, wow, like this is serious. Like life is getting back to normal, and normalcy's feeling great, and it was just a really surreal moment. And then today we find out that the Jets are going to have 100% capacity, so that's awesome. MetLife is going to be rocking, and Jack and I, as you guys know, will be at the first game of the season at home. Week 2 against the New England Patriots. That's going to be freaking awesome. Jack and I will be staying at a hotel. We actually have to cop those hotel tickets, so we got to do that sooner rather than later. And we're going to be tailgating. I'm going to try to live stream the tailgate the morning of the game on Sunday, which is going to be nuts. So in today's stream, we're going to talk about the Jets having 100% capacity, how awesome that is. OTA started today, so we got some content to look at. And yeah, we got a lot of other things to talk about. And for those guys that are wondering where Ali is, Ali unfortunately is not going to be able to make it today. He's been battling a lot of things, as you guys know. He wanted me to read the statement from him that he sent over to me. Let me just pull this up real quick. I can't put it on the screen for whatever reason, but he posted on his Instagram and everything. Hold on, let me see if I can put this on the screen because that would be a lot better instead of me just reading it. Let's see. Where do I do this from? No, it won't let me. Okay, so Ali says for those guys that follow Ali, you guys probably already saw this, but I lost it. Here he goes. First off, I would like to thank every single person for reaching out and messaging me to give an update. My grandpa and grandpa has both passed away in the last 2 weeks. My uncle is still on a ventilator, but is showing progress. So please keep us in your prayers. I'm unable to respond to everyone, but it doesn't go unnoticed. I will return as soon as I can. All I ask is keep us in your prayers. Thanks again, loyal fans. Ali Ashraf, owner of Loyal NY Jet Fans. So yeah, he wanted me to give you guys that statement. Make sure you guys send him love. If you guys did not already, send him a DM. All Jets Nation, we all love Ali, and he appreciates each and every message. Even if he doesn't respond, he definitely appreciates that. So shout out to our guy Ali. We're missing you in tonight's stream, but we know you will be back. So moving on, Jack, what's your overall thoughts of what's going on with the Jets? We got OTAs. We see everybody on the field together. We saw a crisp picture of Corey Davis and Denzel Mims just next to each other. And we got our entire team. We also saw Mekhi Becton and Elijah Vera Tucker together for the first time. So what's your thoughts of finally getting the guys on the field together and OTAs are getting started?
Yeah, well, first I just want to say real quick, shout out to Ali and his family. Genuinely one of the nicest dudes that I know. Going through a rough time right now. So we're all thinking about you, brother. Love you. And we can't wait to get you back on the show on a regular basis. So prayers up for Ali and his family. But the New York Jets, I am excited. Very excited. It's just a great time. I mean, we say it every year. This is the best time to be a Jets fan. when we haven't stepped on the field yet, did you just get a nasty neck crack going on?
Yeah,
Yeah, that looked insane.
you heard it.
I just saw your face afterwards, but yeah, I'm excited, man. It's a great time of the year. We have a new coach, which it seems like he's already making positive impacts on the organization without having even played a game yet. So I'm just very excited to see what this year holds. I'm trying not to get overly excited like I do every offseason. I'm trying to manage my expectations for this coming season. But at the same time, man, we're definitely a better team than we were last year on paper, at least. So I'm super excited, and for this offense specifically, I feel like we've always as Jet fans, we've always kind of I don't want to say relied on our defense, but in a way, yeah, we kind of have relied on the fact that we'll always scrap a solid defense together, at least super solid against the run. We've been, for the last decade. So, but now it's finally exciting when you think about this new offense. You're finally excited thinking about, wow, this offense actually has the potential to be one of those next level elite offenses in the NFL. Not this year. Well, maybe this year, and that would be fantastic. But in time, I mean, we just got 4 huge new pieces in this draft, which I think, all 4 of those guys are going to be starters. The only one I don't think is going to be possibly an instant starter is Elijah Moore, just because Jamison Crowder, who's arguably, the best guy we've had on our team over the past couple of years, is, still on the team, still in that slot receiver role. But I think that Elijah Moore, Michael Carter, obviously Zach Wilson, and Elijah Vera Tucker are all, all have the potential to be not only starters on this team, but elite players at their positions in the NFL within the next couple of years. Elijah Vera Tucker, I think, is, going to the Pro Bowl. It's going to happen for sure. Maybe not this year, but next year for sure. He's going to be a Pro Bowl guard. I think Elijah Moore has the highest potential out of all the guys we took in the whole draft, honestly. I think that based on footage I've seen of him, he's probably the player that I'm most excited for. But like I said, Jamison Crowder's still on the team, so we'll see what happens with Elijah Moore. I still expect him to be used heavily this year, and I'm very excited to see it. But all in all, man, I just could not be more excited to watch this Jets offense for the first time in a while, man. You think about the defense, you're like, all right, defense is going to be good. The offense, hopefully, we'll see. Now this year, I mean, obviously we're still hopeful and nothing's set in stone, but at least on paper, we've made many, many upgrades. And that also shows that the organization itself, meaning the Johnsons, Joe Douglas, Robert Saleh, and their respective staffs, are kind of getting on the same page and moving in the right direction finally. And they're going, okay, we're going to, draft another quarterback in the first round. We're going to protect him. We have the assets to do it, so we're going to do it. And it just feels like things are finally moving in the right direction. I know we still have so much to prove, everything to prove. But yeah, as of right now, you got to feel good about it. I mean, because also we can't get any worse than we were last year. So I feel like we're going to see better football than we did last year.
100%, man. Well said. There's a lot of things that we can be excited about heading into the OTAs and training camp in a couple of weeks. But another thing that happened over the weekend regarding the Jets that I forgot to mention is we got Zach Wilson and a lot of other Jets representing Gang Green at the Islander playoff game at the Coliseum, which is 5 minutes away from Jack and myself, which was awesome to see. We saw Dan Feeney crushing beers, and it was dope to see. George Fant was there, Connor McGovern, Zach Wilson, Tristan Hoge, like our whole offensive line was there, basically. Greg Van Roten and Zach Wilson was there. I don't know if you saw any of the clips, Jack, but it was awesome. They all had their own custom Islanders jersey. I'm not a hockey fan, but the Islanders are my team. If I had to root for growing up, the Islanders were always my team. I just never got into hockey. I always said if I ever get into hockey, the Islanders are my squad. So it was cool to see our guys representing the Islanders at the playoff game. And it was just dope. I don't know. It was all over social media. Dan Feeney was just going crazy. Maybe he wins the starting job just because he can crush beers. Obviously, it's a joke. But did you see any of that stuff of the Jets being at the Islanders game?
I did. And it was cool that it was the offensive line and the QB. Although anybody else that was there would have been cool as well. But it was just cool to see that group of guys specifically hanging out and, getting to know one another and having a good time. Because that's what it's going to take to turn this team around is a solid offensive line that can mesh and gel together and play together effectively and cohesively, and their connection that they have with the quarterback as well, Zach Wilson. So it's good to see, man. It was funny, obviously, watching Dan Feeney crush beers. Hopefully that's the most exciting thing we see him doing all year, because then that would mean he'd be out there. Which, hey, man, might not be the worst thing in the world. We have months to go before training camp, and then an entire training camp to go through. And there's always those names that people talking about. They're like, "Yo, this guy's having a really, really good camp." And that right guard spot is the biggest question mark on the team besides who's going to be our other cornerback. But I don't think the job is 100% Greg Van Roten's right now. I think he's the obvious front runner. But I think that anybody who steps up and has a great training camp is going to be in play to maybe take that right guard spot. Pulling for Cameron Clark. But yeah, good to see, man. Good stuff.
Facts, man. I agree. I just want to mention, guys, so I have a new platform where my content will be on. And if you guys are interested in checking me out, I would greatly appreciate that. So if you guys have not heard of the app called Newsbreak, that is an app where you get all your local news, whether it's sports, entertainment, whatever you guys want. Now Jets Media content will be on there. And if you guys want to use my link to download the app, that is down below in the description. If you're on your phone, make sure you go down below in the description, click on the app, and download Newsbreak. And the cool thing about it is I'm going to be posting my videos a day earlier on Newsbreak. So if you guys want to get my Jets Media content a little earlier, then you download Newsbreak, you turn on the notifications there, and you get my videos a day early, and you get exclusive content. I'll also be posting exclusive Jets Media content only on Newsbreak and not just YouTube. So make sure you use the link down below in the description. If you're on your phone, click on that link, download Newsbreak, type in Jets Media, and you guys know where to find me. I got all my videos up there. These are all the same videos that's on YouTube. So you guys probably saw all of these, but it's really cool. It's an awesome app, and I'm now a partner with them. So make sure you guys check it out. Download Newsbreak with the link down below in the description. I greatly appreciate that, guys. It means a lot to me because Newsbreak is a really dope app. Honestly, I didn't really hear a lot about it until they reached out to me, and I'm like, wait a sec, this is dope. You get local news in your area, and they're trying to get content creators on there. So again, if you guys are interested, make sure you click on the link down below in the description and check out Newsbreak. It's dope. It's dope. And also, guys, make sure you smash that like button if you guys are enjoying. We got 18 likes with 54 people watching. We're just getting started on tonight's live stream. We're going to be taking calls in just a bit, just because, there's not really too much to talk about in surrounding Jets land. There's not really any news. Some NFL news we can talk about, which is Julio Jones reportedly leaving Atlanta, and he wants to be out of there. Jack, do you have any thoughts of Julio Jones wanting out of Atlanta, and where do you think he might end up? Or there's some people saying, oh, the Jets got to go get him. What are your thoughts of Julio Jones potentially leaving Atlanta?
Well, I know there's a lot of I've seen a lot of things on Twitter about Julio Jones to the Patriots, which I wouldn't be that down for at all. But that doesn't necessarily mean I want to go out and get Julio Jones. I don't know. At this point in his career, I'm not really sure what it would cost to bring him in, how long we would sign him for. It just seems like something we don't really need to dabble in at this point. I'm excited to see what we have right now. I don't really need to pay money to add Julio Jones at this point. I'm very happy with the receiving core as it is right now. Julio's a beast. I mean, he's been one of the top receivers in the league for quite a while now. And he's super fun to watch. He can catch everything you throw at him. And he's a crazy athlete. But I don't see it to the Jets right now at all, honestly. I'm very happy with the receiving core. And I don't think it's a Joe Douglas move.
I agree. I don't think Julio Jones is going to be on the Jets. I think I never thought I would ever say this, but I'm content with the receiving room. I love Corey Davis, Denzel, Elijah Moore, Keelan Cole, and Jamison Crowder. I feel like we have deep depth at the position, and I love what we're doing. And, hey, I don't know if we need to go all in on get him because I'd rather keep our assets. We have 2 firsts and 2 seconds next year. We got to realize we're building this team for the future. And Julio Jones, that'll be sick on the Jets. Don't get me wrong. But, hey, I'm okay with the receivers we got right now. I really think that the Jets have an opportunity to go from last place in offense to top 15. I think that the opportunity is there. The coaching is there. The playmakers. We have a rookie quarterback. I mean, we got to calm down our expectations just a tad because we can't expect this offense to just light it up right away because we're so young and so inexperienced. But the one thing that concerns me, let's hope Julio does not become a Patriot because then that would be pretty nuts. The Patriots obviously have been running the division for the past century, 20 years. And I don't think it would be a good thing if Julio goes there. But at the same time, now we're looking at Miami and Buffalo as the AFC East rivals where we're worried about them more than the Patriots because the Patriots are on the decline because Tom Brady left there. But I'm not counting the Patriots out until I see them absolutely be terrible for at least 2 or 3 or 4 years in a row, which I don't see happening. I think Belichick has a lot to prove. So don't sleep on them getting Julio. That would be pretty terrible. But, yeah, other than that, let's talk about the Jets having 100% capacity for MetLife Stadium. So what's your thoughts of that, Jack? We're going –
It's going to be hype.
We're going from 1 year of 0 fans to the next year having 100% fans. I don't think we had one social distance crowd in the NFL. I think we went from, a full capacity crowd to 0 fans allowed to now full capacity. So what's your thoughts of that?
I mean, it's going to be amazing, dude. It's honestly, like you said, at the Garden, it's probably going to be kind of emotional, honestly, because a year is a long time. And, I feel like we make it to at least 1 game a year, more like 2. Not always with each other, but we're always going to games, So it just felt weird not being able to even think about going to a game last year. And now, going back to MetLife Stadium, and there's going to be, I don't know how many people MetLife Stadium fits, like a lot of people, like 70,000 or some crazy shit like that.
Hope we sell out. Everyone buy your tickets. We need that thing sold out.
It's going to be nuts, man. It's going to be freaking awesome. I just hope that it's a win because fun fact for everybody in the chat, I've been to 6 or 7 games over the last like 4 or 5 years, I would say. And the only game I've ever been to that we won was up in Buffalo with Richie. So all the other games were at MetLife and they were losses. So I have not experienced a home win for the New York Jets since I was like a young kid when I went to the game with my dad when I was like 7 years old. So we need that. We need that to happen, man. I'm down to see a home win at MetLife Stadium in person. It's going to be crazy. I'll probably cry a little bit. I freaking cried when we were 3-3 and we beat the Colts on the road when Sam Darnold was a rookie 3 years ago. So I know I'm going to get emotional when I'm at the stadium for sure. Just because that's what this kind of stuff does to me, man. It's just going to be a beautiful thing to see all of us Jet fans packing out MetLife once again, all rooting for our team. Bunch of people from all different walks of life, all different colors and creeds, and it's just freaking awesome, man. So I'm super excited for it. It's going to be fantastic to just rally around the Jets again with, somebody said it, 82,500 people. So, yeah, that's going to be sick.
Hopefully we sell out. We need everybody to buy those tickets. We need MetLife rocking because when MetLife Stadium is at full capacity, and last time we were good, which is a long time ago, 10 years, that was nuts. I was not able to be at those games in the playoffs or anything, but I experienced my first playoff basketball game last night. I've been to the Mets World Series game, so now it's time to check off the Jets playoff game. So first of all, we got to get to the playoffs, and I don't know when the hell that would ever happen. We are now the longest team in the NFL to not be in the playoffs So that's embarrassing. We need to clean that shit up, man. Come on, baby. Yeah, Steven says maybe the Jets will be like our Knicks and surprise people. You never know, Steven. The Knicks expectations were nowhere close to where they are right now, which is a big reason why I'm trying to calm down my nerves when it comes to this playoff series with the Knicks, because whatever happens, I'm content with the way they exceed expectations. But the Jets have an opportunity to do the same thing. The NFL is a sport where it's so common for a first-year head coach to come in here and make a big stamp on this team with a rookie head coach or the rookie quarterback. Everything's fresh and brand new. We have to realize that everything is going to be different. The vibes are different. Everybody is from top to bottom. It feels like a brand new culture is brewing with the Jets. Obviously, we have a lot of things to do until we get to that moment. I just feel like the pieces are, all going into, they're all aligning, right? They're all aligning into a place where we're hopeful. And like Jack said, it's hard not to get super caught up in the offseason because we do this every year. We get hyped up. And unfortunately, we get disappointed for the past year after year after year. But this year feels different, man. This year feels different. It really does. There's a lot of things we have to get through, which is training camp, roster cuts, all those things. But it feels different. And the weird thing is, I've never felt this type of vibe. Usually, it's like going into the season, and I'm just trying to find hope, but it's like not there. I don't know how to explain it. But we got our first donation of the night from Corey Washington. Thank you so much, Corey. Appreciate the $5. How much would you pay for good seats at a home game? I'm someone that would pay money for good seats. I think it's worth it just because of the passion I have for my teams. No matter which team it is, the Jets, Mets, or Knicks, I would pay the extra buck just because I want extra better seats. So I'm always looking at I don't want to talk about numbers, but I think it's worth it. I'm going to be a season ticket holder eventually in my life. I don't know when, but I don't know. What's your thoughts on this question, Jack?
Couple $100. That's how much they cost. So if you're trying to go to a game and sit in good seats, be prepared to spend a good chunk of change. But it's not an everyday type of thing. It's only something that occurs 8 or now 9 times a year. Anyway, so it's definitely worth it if you've never been to a game or you've never really splurged on good seats. It's also what you consider good seats. I typically don't like to view the game from the side. I'd much rather sit in the end zone and watch the game unfold that way. So it really depends on what you consider good seats and what you want your view to be. But yeah, definitely a couple $100 is how much you would pay for good seats at a home game.
Yeah, I mean, the really, really good seats, like the seats that are dead center, is ridiculously priced, around $300-$400. But like Jack said, the seats behind the end zone, which are really solid seats, those are not too crazy. You can get those for $150-$200 range, or even lower than that if you can get lucky. But me and Jack will be in section 191. I already forgot my section number, but we'll be behind the end zone on the lowest section going crazy. And we're excited to get rowdy for the Jets. Jets, chance. Alan says, are you guys going to London? Are we sending it to London, Jack?
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not going to London. That would be too crazy for us. Maybe if they go back to London a couple years from now. But we're not going. That would be cool. Someone's saying that the Zach Wilson already has a C on his chest. Is that true? They already named him captain? I don't know. Where did you see that? I would love to see a picture of that because I don't know if that's true. I don't know if they hand out captains yet. But if they're giving him the nod this early and they have confidence in him be the leader of the squad, by all means, do it. So, guys, there's nothing really else to talk about. So we're going to open this up to a Jets Q&A. Feel free to send in any questions regarding the New York Jets, whether it's a specific player, it's a position, it's if you have any type of questions, feel free to do so. And we got another donation from John. What is good, John? Thank you so much for the donation. It means a lot, man. What kind of impact should we expect from CJ Mosley this year? Let's go, Jets. Don't know hype in the chat for John. Everybody give Dono hype in the chat for John. Appreciate you, man. Before I give my thoughts on CJ, Jack, what's your thoughts of CJ Mosley? What are your expectations going into the year?
I don't know where to put my expectations with him, just because we got to face the facts that although he was an elite player, it's basically been two full seasons that he's been out of the game. So it's not like he stayed the same age throughout those 2 years. He's 2 years older. We have to pay him a ridiculous amount of money thanks to Mike McCagnon. So yeah, I don't really know where I stand on CJ Mosley right now. I wish we didn't have to pay him as much as we are, because I have no idea what we're going to see on the field. But if he can get back to that form of first quarter against the Buffalo Bills 2 years ago, then our defense is going to be scary. But like I said, he's a huge question mark. I don't really know where to place my expectations for him.
Yeah, he's a big question mark, and he's also a big X factor because and when I say if, I really mean it, because we don't know what the hell to expect with CJ. We had high expectations for him last year, and then he opts out. But hey, if CJ Mosley can become half of what he once was, that's a great thing, because that's how dominant of a player he was when he's on the field. And the biggest concern with CJ has been, when he was a Jet, has been his availability. It hasn't been his play on the field. It's not like the first 2 years of CJ as a Jet has been a nightmare and he's a bust and he's not playing well and he's just slow and everything. That's not been the case. The first year he got a terrible injury, and the second year he opted out. So it's a big question mark. He's honestly not as old as we would think. I think he's about to turn 29. So he still has some juice in the tank, and maybe the 2 years off could help him out in the long run. Maybe his body needed those couple years off so he can get back into shape. But guys, if CJ Mosley is what he was on the Baltimore Ravens, that is going to help out our defense in a tremendous way. And I'm not putting expectations on him saying that he's going to be this. It's a big question mark and it's totally unknown. But I genuinely believe if CJ's healthy, that's all he has to do is be healthy. I think he's going to play good football, because I think he had an historical debut as a Jet. He had one of the greatest games I've ever witnessed for a guy that played 2 quarters. He had a fumble recovery, he had a pick six, and he had a pass deflection in 2 quarters. And a tackle for loss, I think. That's ridiculous. I don't understand how that's possible, but let's just hope CJ Mosley gets healthy, because he's a big X factor. He's the quarterback of the defense. He's a leader. He's everything you would want in a middle linebacker position. So hopefully his mind's right and his body's right, and he can get back in shape and get on the field, because that's going to be a big, big X factor for the Jets. Now we got another donation from the man himself, V-Man 29397. What's going on, Vincent? I want to remind everyone this 100% capacity will only happen if we remain on this current path and stick to the guidelines by health experts. #GoJets. You are correct, V-Man. Make sure everybody follows the experts. Make sure we can continue this trajectory of the coronavirus slowly decaying. Let's hope, man, because it's not guaranteed that it's going to be 100% capacity, but the governor of New Jersey announced that they're aiming for that. So let's hope that that's the case. I don't know about you guys, but it's going to be exciting. It is definitely going to be exciting. Do you have any thoughts on what V-Man had to say?
Yeah, he's totally right. And I'm really hoping that we can get 100% capacity in there. But the only way to do that is to just keep our heads down and keep doing what we're doing and keep going strong. So, V-Man, thanks for the donation, my brother. And you're totally right.
He is indeed. And AB, it is not 0-0 anymore. They just hit a home run, so it's 1-0, and the Mets are losing. But yeah, just a little Mets update. Any other questions? Send in my way. Elliot asks what section we're going to sit in. Let's find out. I always forget. Hold on 1 second. 104. Look at those beautiful tickets. 104 is where Jack and I will be sitting. And it's going to be fun, man. I think we're going to have a great time. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Any other questions about the Jets? Send it our way. Do you want to take callers or something? Or what should we do?
Whatever you want, bro. I am just chilling, having a good time. So whatever you want to do.
Yeah, man. We appreciate all you guys tuning in. We're just gonna go live, talk about the Jets. There's not really too many things going around. But it's a good time because there's nothing really to be stressed out about. We don't have to stress out about the draft. We don't have to stress about free agency because it's all done. Now we can just recap what's going on. And I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. Zach Wilson, over under 3,800 passing yards. What's your prediction, Jack? Over or under?
I gotta say over.
Wow.
That's tough though.
That's high expectations.
But how could I not say that? I have to say it. Nah, it's not gonna be over 3,800 passing yards.
What is Sam's career high on the Jets? Like, didn't even hit. I don't even think he hit 3,000. Let me check.
Yeah, definitely not. I don't think.
Yeah, he hit 3,000 in 2019. His career high is 3,024 yards. So, hey, if Zach Wilson can get 3,500, let's do it. But that's really high. I would say under 3,800. I can't put that type of expectations on a rookie quarterback.
But he'll pass for 5,000 yards one day.
Yeah, that's what we hope, man. Unless the only way they do that is if they turn into the Buffalo Bills and just pass every single down. They do have 17 games now, which is very true. So the numbers will go up if they play all 17 games. So instead of 16.
Who did the Bills take in the first round?
They did not have a first round pick. Oh, no, they did. I'm sorry. They took Gregory Rousseau.
Okay. That's right.
Pass rusher. So another guy that will just be bodying because we have Mekhi Becton and Elijah Vera Tucker menacing the trenches. You know what's good. Frank says that 65% completion percentage, 4,200 yards, 28 touchdowns, 12 picks. I love the high expectations, man. But that would be nuts. If this happens, like, I don't know. How about everybody in the chat comment your thoughts and predict Zach Wilson's rookie numbers?
I know he's a rookie, so he's going to throw interceptions, but, like, I don't want to see 12 interceptions.
Yeah, I know.
28 touchdowns, fire. 12 interceptions. I'm tired of interceptions, man.
Yeah.
I'm tired of them.
I'm an optimist. Yo, Frank, I respect the optimism, and I am not complaining one bit. But everybody in the chat, let me know your thoughts and give me your predictions of Zach Wilson's rookie numbers because I think that's very interesting.
Elliot asked, do you think there will still be fake crowd noise with 100% capacity? No. I would say definitely not.
Like last night at the Garden.
Those days are done.
I can't explain to you guys how loud it was.
You literally heard F. Trey Young on live TV.
I know.
Like 15,000 people screaming it.
Oh, it was so awesome. But at the end,
he won the game, and then he was like, "Shh," and I was like, "Okay, word, you won. Yeah, I would do that.
Right.
As well. I would do that too."
Acting like the series is over.
I would 100% do that though. Like, can you imagine like hearing Madison Square Garden say F and then your name, and then you just like get the game-winning shot, and you're just like, "What's up?" Like I would like that's like a moment of his life right there.
100%. It's annoying.
Yeah.
But we're not going to talk about that because I'll get really pissed off. Zachary predicts that Zach Wilson will throw for 3,750 yards, 26 touchdowns, 8 picks. If that's his numbers, sign me the hell up. I don't know what else to say.
Mike Breen was like, sorry to go back to it, but Mike Breen was like, he's like, we're now hearing an obscene Trey Young chant from the crowd.
I know. I recorded it and I rather rewatch it so I can hear.
Funny.
So funny. 3,650 yards, 72 completion percentage, 29 and 9. All right, guys. You guys have really high expectations. Oh, this is a funny question. What jet are you drafting in fantasy? Zachary, that is my problem in fantasy football. I have a history of drafting all my jets, and it bites me in the ass. But the way I can get around this is I do multiple teams a year so I can spread out the love. One year I got the quarterback. One team I got the quarterback. The next team I got a running back. The other team I got a receiver. But hey, I feel like no one's going to draft a Jet high in the draft this year. They're going to be late. I don't think anybody – I think the one guy that's going to come off the board first is definitely Corey Davis because he was solid in fantasy last year, and now he's like the number one option. Michael Carter is going to be a sleeper. Elijah Moore. I don't know.
Jets will be drafted in fantasy for sure. Especially
who do you think's the biggest sleeper in Jets fantasy? Who do you think's gonna have the best year, like unexpectedly for fantasy?
Fantasy wise, I'm gonna go with Michael Carter because we know he's gonna get carries. We know he's gonna be involved in the passing game, and we know how shifty he can be in the open field. So if you're in a PPR league, which I feel like the majority of fantasy football players play in PPR leagues, then I think Michael Carter is probably going to be the fantasy sleeper. But we'll see with Elijah Moore, man. I really think Elijah Moore is going to be deadly, but it just depends on how much Jamison Crowder is used, which, is probably going to be a lot. I mean, the job is still Jamison Crowder's as of right now. It's Elijah Moore's job to win. And the reality is that he might not be the full-time starting slot guy until Jamison Crowder is most likely gone after this year. So we'll see, man. I think for this year, Michael Carter is the fantasy sleeper. But for the very near future, keep an eye on Elijah Moore for sure.
Yeah, if I was in a keeper league, I'd probably take Elijah Moore. Hold on to that, man. V-Man with another donation. We appreciate you, brother. Last time the Jets had a 4,000-yard passer, Pink Floyd's first album, Piper at the Gates of Dawn, was less than 5 months old. By the way, it is underrated Floyd album. What are your thoughts about that one, Jack?
V-Man, I'm kind of ashamed to admit that I'm not really that familiar with that album. But my favorite Floyd album is Animals. I love Animals. I love The Wall. I love Dark Side of the Moon. I love Wish You Were Here. Yeah, Pink Floyd's one of my favorite bands. But I got to get into Piper at the Gates of Dawn. But that's crazy, man, because that was, the early 70s. So there you go. That's the last time we had a 4,000-yard passer.
Wow, that made me feel depressed. Man, V-Man, we definitely appreciate your donation as always, brother. It does mean a lot to us. But all these expectations, I see the numbers coming in about Zach Wilson's numbers. You guys definitely have high expectations. That's what freaking out. I thought I told you which game I'm going to, but Taco Fall wants to know which game. We're going to the home opener against the Patriots, game week 2. Week 2. If I had to give my stat prediction for Zach Wilson as a rookie, right? I'm going to say 3,100 passing yards, 22 touchdowns, and 9 picks. Is that reasonable, or is that delusional, or is that too low? Is that too high? I don't even know.
How many passing yards did you say?
Like 3,100.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad rookie season by any means.
I'll take it.
It's a good starting point for sure. Yeah, it's a good starting point.
You already predicted yours. So we'll see about that. We can get into stat predictions all night long because that's a lot of fun. But hey, we'll see, man. I feel like he has an opportunity to get a lot of passing yards because of the system in place is such a friendly quarterback centric where you get a lot of yards after the catch. I don't know. I feel like he's going to do well. I think he's going to be decent. I don't know if he's going to light it up like Justin Herbert rookie season or Joe Burrow. He could. I'm not saying he won't, but we'll get there eventually, right? We'll get to there eventually. But guys, I know there's a lot of new people in the stream, and I'm going to mention this one more time for those guys that already saw it. My apologies. But if you guys are interested to download an app called Newsbreak, which is a local news source, my content will be on there. And as you guys can see right here, you're going to get all my Jets media videos a day earlier. So if you use the link down below in the description, download Newsbreak. And if you guys click on that link and download it, let me know in the chat and I'll give you a shout out just so I know how many of you guys are downloading it with the link. And that will mean a lot to me. So if you guys can use the link down below, download Newsbreak on your phone, and then follow Jets Media, that'll be dope because it's a new platform where my content's going to be on. It's going to be, I'm going to upload all my YouTube videos a day earlier on here. So you get exclusive earlier content. If you guys download it with my link, let me know in the chat and I'll give you a shout out. And make sure you use the link, because without using the link, then I can't detect how many people I get to see it. So appreciate that. Harrison,
Shout
appreciate
out to Harrison, man.
JH Sports, thank you so much for downloading
Let's
it.
go.
Appreciate that. But yeah, so that's Newsbreak. It's a dope app.
We appreciate Gary as well, man. We always appreciate fans of other teams, man. Thank you for watching, and I hope the Dolphins have a good year.
Yeah, man.
No, genuinely, it's I'm not even effing around with this guy. It's cool that we get other fans that like to come in here and troll a little bit and talk a little bit of crap, but it's all good, man, because we're all just football fans chilling. So Gary, you're the man.
Appreciate, man. Appreciate that. Neil, what's good, bro? Welcome to the stream.
What up,
Zachary,
Neil?
thank you so much for downloading Newsbreak. Appreciate that, bro.
Let's go, Zach.
Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We got just under 100 people watching right now. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button on your way in. We got 52 likes. Let's get this to over 100 likes by the end, because why the hell not? Why the hell not?
Like up the stream, everyone. We
Well
appreciate
done, bro.
it.
You guys are crushing it. Respect on the channel. Love watching y'all grow. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Thanks a lot, man. Thank you, Law Dog.
Damn, when we show Gary some love, he just completely takes a poop on us.
Gary,
we're showing you support, Gary.
I didn't have to do that, Gary. I didn't have to go out of my way and take up a minute of the stream's time to thank you for being here.
Yeah, man.
But you know what, Gary? I still love you, man. I still love you.
Positive vibes, man. You gotta love it. Taco Fall, thank you for downloading it. Means a lot. Haters hate, 100%. Thoughts on where Julio will go? We touched on the Julio topic a little earlier in the stream, Neil, but I don't think the Jets are going to be in on him at all. And let's just hope he doesn't go to the Patriots, because that's really or the Dolphins, because I know TD made a video like that they're going to get Julio because that's TD. V-Man with another donation. Thank you so much, man. Jack, check out the album Metal by Pink Floyd. The side 2 song Echoes is where Pink Floyd found their signature sound. It is a masterpiece. You got a response, Jack?
I definitely will. I've definitely heard that particular song, Echoes, at one point in my life, but it was in my senior year of high school when I was like just starting to really get into Pink Floyd heavily. But yeah, I'll definitely have to re-look at their whole catalog. But yeah, Echoes for sure. Thank you, V-Man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, bro. All right, guys. So if you guys want, we're going to open this up to some callers. We're going to get you guys in here and answer some questions. Please make sure you're respectful. And I'm going to bring you guys in. And when you come into StreamYard, type in your username on YouTube so I know who you are. Like, don't put in a random name. Like, whatever your name is on YouTube, type that in just so I can keep track of who's in the live chat and all that great stuff. So I'm going to pin it. You guys can come in, talk to Jack and myself. We can talk some Jets football, ask us some questions, and that's what we're going to do before we wrap it up. I'm excited. We got over 100 people in here, so shout out to everybody tuning in. Let's do it. So it is pinned. Everybody come on in. Enjoy the show. So you guys are welcome in. How do I subscribe to you on Newsbreak? Elliot, so you just go to the following button on the app on the bottom, and you search Jets Media, and I should come right up. If that answers your question. So guys, if you guys want to come in here and ask Jack and myself any questions, feel free to do so. We're going to be chilling here for another 10 minutes, talk some Jets. There's not really too much else we can talk about just because we're just living in a moment where it's OTAs. We get to watch we're waiting for the Jets documentary to come out, which is going to be awesome. I'm excited for that. But other than that, we'll see.
That is going to be exciting. I'm very interested to see how they do that. I wish it was like, a documentary that they were making about our Super Bowl run.
Facts.
But it's still going to be great. So it's going to be very good. It's just going to get us so hyped.
I know.
We just, we got to win games this year, man. We have to win games because we're all so hyped already. That's going to make us want to run through a brick wall and, a lot of variables. So we got to win
100%.
games, man. We got to win games.
All right, we got some callers tuning in. We got Harrison. Oh, Harrison left. I was about to let Harrison in. He was a Buccaneers fan. But JH Sports, it says device is not connected. So you're going to have to connect your mic or camera before I can add you to the stream, JH Sports. But we got the first caller, who is the man of the hour, the myth, the legend, the V-Man. Oh, he's jamming out, baby.
Let's go.
What's up, V-Man?
No, then
What's up, dude?
I was just working out my wah-wah pedal.
Oh,
Nice.
man. Let's see it.
Very nice.
I
Yeah.
love it. I love it.
Nice, dude. What kind of wah is that? Is that a crybaby?
Yep.
Nice, man. Good for you.
Yeah. I
So
also,
you
I
have
also
any-
have a replica of the first fuzz pedal ever made.
Wow. That's awesome, man.
You're,
So
you're awesome,
you're
V-Man.
you're getting funky in there.
Yeah. No.
So, V-Man, you have any questions for us regarding the Jets before I let you go?
Oh well, actually, I do have some good information. I do have some good stuff to talk about. I actually looked up because obviously the biggest position that I want to look forward to this year is hopefully seeing improvement in tight end production. And I actually did the math to see how better tight end production would be under LaFleur than it was under Gase. So I actually did this math. Do you know what the league average was last year for tight ends with one reception?
No.
Mm-mm.
It was 226 yards.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what Adam Gase tight ends that are Adam Gase averaged over a 5-year span?
It's going to make me mad, whatever it is.
116 yards.
Oh.
Do you
So
know what
V-Man-
tight
That's
ends-
not good.
V-Man's
know what
coming on here to
tight end-
confirm how bad Gase is.
Do you want to know what tight ends under Shanahan and LaFleur average, excluding George Kittle, because it would be unfair to put Kittle into the equation.
What is it?
371. That's more
crazy.
That's more than triple the production. So and LaFleur learned under Shanahan, so you're going to imagine he's going to employ tight ends in the same way that Shanahan does. So you're talking about tripling a guy production out of a guy like Herndon. That is just insane.
I mean, that's a great stat because that's just confirming how bad Gase was and inept he was with tight ends. And we know what Shanahan's done with the tight ends, whether it's him in Atlanta or him in San Francisco. So I really do think that we have an opportunity to bring in, on paper, we don't have good tight ends because Chris Herndon's a question mark. And we have a lot of hope in an undrafted free agent in Kenny Yeboah. And Ryan Griffin had one, I feel like, good stretch of 5 games.
Yeah.
And then we brought in Tyler Croft as more of a blocker. So if the system is really that great, then it can get the most out of those potentials. So that's really what I'm looking at, and that's what great coaching staffs can do.
Yeah.
All right, V-Man. Well, we appreciate you joining in as always. Definitely looking forward to you coming back to the channel next time we open it up to callers. And we're going to move on to the next caller. Appreciate you, bro.
By the way, that first Pink Floyd album was in 67. That's how long it is.
67?
Oh, no.
That's
Oh,
how long
man.
you get to have a 4,000-yard passer.
V-Man, you are the best person on my channel just because you always bring up these crazy stats from all the way back in time, and it gives us a good understanding of where this Jets team was back in the day. We appreciate you. We really do. Jets Nation appreciates you, man.
We love you, brother. Thank you so much.
Peace. Go Jets.
Peace out, man. Go Jets.
Peace out, buddy.
That's the one and only V-Man. Before I let
Killing
him
it on the guitar too, man.
he is killing it.
What a well-rounded dude.
Yeah, he likes the Jets and he likes music. Wow, that's like someone I know. Before we get to the next caller, we got a question from Corey and a donation. Appreciate the dono, Corey. Once again, what battles are you looking forward to in camp? That's a good question.
Right guard. The battle for who's gonna win right guard. That's the most intriguing one to me. Cornerback spot as well. I'm eager to see who where Pinnock is gonna end up. But yeah, maybe you have some like individual offense versus defense battles in mind, Rich, or maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, honestly, I read this question wrong. But real quick, JH Sports, I won't let me bring you in. It says your device is not connected. You need to connect a camera or a microphone so I can let you in. But I read this question as battles in terms of like Mekhi Becton versus Carl Lawson.
Yeah. That's
I don't know if that's what he meant, but
I think
that's the matchup I'm looking at.
Either or, yeah, that's a very good one.
Yeah, but the right guard position is definitely something that we're going to be looking at to see who's going to win that job. And then if you're looking at a battle between offense and defense, it's Carl Lawson and Mekhi Becton. So we're going to take the next caller, who is a Buccaneers fan. What's up, Harrison? Can you hear me?
Yes.
What's up, brother?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Quick question.
What's up?
Quick question. Do you think Julio Jones will go to the Buccaneers?
To the Buccaneers.
The Buccaneers. I mean, it's a very enticing rather destination, is it not? So I think that, I think that's definitely something that Tom Brady could get behind. And that would, propel them right to the Super Bowl again. They literally brought back all 22 starters. And I think there's maybe is a chance. Who knows? And they'll just have the most stacked receiving core of all time with freaking Mike Evans, Godwin, and Julio Jones. And did they re-sign Antonio Brown?
Yes, I think they did. I heard they did.
That would be the most.
I don't think it's possible because of they had to somehow maneuver a way to bring back the people that won the Super Bowl together, and they have no cap space to be able to afford Julio Jones. So I would say no, but I would not count it out because anything can happen in this league and they can avoid the cap hit. But we appreciate the question, Harrison, and good luck to your Buccaneers, and we're coming for you week 16.
No, we're going to win easily. I know that.
We'll see about that, buddy.
We'll see.
We appreciate you calling in, Harrison. Have a good night, man.
Thanks.
No problem. All right, that's Harrison representing his Tampa Bay Bucks. If you guys want to join the show, you guys know where to click on the link pinned in the chat. And we're going to be answering calls for the next 5 minutes. So make sure you call in, and whether you're a Buccaneers fan or a Jets fan, you're more than welcome to pull up and say what up and chill before we end the stream.
Somebody says, Thomas Russo, shout out to you, man. Jets, Jets. And then Gary, Thomas, the Jets suck. Gary, man, you're breaking my heart, dude. You're breaking my heart.
And we got mad Dolphins fans in here. This is now Miami Dolphins stream chat for your Jets fans. Step. Hey, yo, you're entering a Jets media stream. This ain't no TD Fins talk. I'm just messing with you. I love all my Fins fans, even though you guys keep trolling us. And we got our next caller coming in. Anthony, what's good, man?
You guys see me? You guys see me right now?
Yep.
Yeah, welcome back to the stream.
What's good, boys? How are you guys doing?
How you doing, man?
We're doing good, brother. How
Man,
about you?
I'm just waiting patiently for the season to come because right now, dude, all we can see right now is just pictures from OTAs. There's just nothing going on right now. I can't wait for the season to start. It's just
100%, man. There's only so much we can talk about, and us Jets fans we're just milking these OTA pictures and Woody Johnson tweets.
like can they do I wish they could do live streams to the OTA so we can see the players practice. I need to watch something, guys. I need to watch something.
Man, we're all in the same boat. I've been refreshing Twitter all day, waiting for some content to see what the hell is going on, and unfortunately, they can't live stream it because whatever
that
reason.
only happens during training camp. I know this is OTAs. It's completely different.
But yeah, do you have any like specific questions you want us to talk about before we get to the next caller?
What I was gonna ask you guys something. Where do you guys see us ranking in both offense and defense? Do you think both sides of the ball is gonna be like middle of the pack, or are we gonna struggle on the offensive side? Like, what do you guys think is gonna happen?
What do you say, Jack?
That's a very interesting question. I would like to think, as of right now, that our defense is going to be in the top half of the league. The offense has the potential to be super, super electric, and fast paced and exciting. And I think that eventually, come next season, we're going to be a team that's consistently putting up 28 points.
I really hope, man.
So, that's the vision I see for this new offense. Like I mentioned earlier in the stream, though, I just really want to manage my expectations. So, offense, I'll say middle of the pack.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I was thinking.
Maybe closer to the lower end of the middle. I don't know. I'm just trying to be realistic. I think the defense could definitely be in the top half of the league. Offense, middle of the road. But if the offense clicks, I think it's going to be crazy fun to watch.
Yeah, I agree. For some reason, I have a feeling that this offense might be better than our defense, and that says a lot. But I think the offense can be between 13 and 15, and the defense will be around the same area. I think it's going to be middle of the pack to start off, just because we're such a young team and we got a brand new coaching staff. But hey, they can exceed expectations. There's a lot of teams that do it. I think that this team does have potential to have a top 10 defense. And I think the offense is 1 year away from becoming top 10 in the league. I think they need to have another year. They need Zach Wilson to get accustomed to the NFL. They need to get another draft and all that great stuff. So it's going to be fun. And Anthony, we appreciate you calling in, brother. Always appreciate the support.
Oh, man. It's fun talking to you guys.
Thanks so much, brother.
Go Jets, bro. Have a good night.
See you later. You too.
Have a good night, homie.
Gary's asking, how do you join the stream? The link is in the chat, man, on the top if you want to join in. So we got the next caller. What up, Steve? Can you hear me? Steve, you there, buddy?
There he is.
Yep. What's up, fellas? How you guys doing?
What's going on, Steve?
How you guys doing?
We're doing good,
Doing
man.
well,
How about you?
Yeah, you guys hear me?
Yeah, it was just a little laggy at first, so I think you're good now. I think he's frozen now.
Little technical difficulties with Steve.
Steve, can you hear me?
Oh, I think I got it now. You guys hear me now? Sorry about that.
Nah, it's all good, man.
Oh yeah, I think we're good now.
How was the Garden last night?
Oh man, bro, that was absolutely insane. I can't put it into words. It was deafening. Like when you hear it on the TV, you can tell how electric the Garden is, but being there is a different animal.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just to piggyback off the other caller, I think defense, I agree, probably upper half in the league, I would think. I think the corners, especially in the zone scheme, aren't going to be as bad as people think. And defensive-minded coach with that staff, I think, should get the best out of those players. And then offense, I'm going to be conservative here. Obviously, it can go up, but I'm going to say 20th because if you're going from 32, you're not going to go up 20 spots in a year. So I'm probably just going to say 20, but even going up 12 spots, I think, is a lot.
I think that's reasonable, man, and that's where our expectations should be. Because if
we still have a rookie quarterback,
Exactly, and that we have a rookie quarterback, we have a brand new system, and we also have a rookie offensive coordinator who is 35 years old. And that's what a lot of people forget.
And it's still going to take, about 6-7 weeks before this new line gels. Like I know the new noticeable guy is Vera Tucker, and the right guard, I think I'm banking on Cam Clark. Like we don't know anything about the right guard spot, but I have a good feeling that he actually might get the starting job. I think it's really him or Van Roden. I don't think anyone else really can compete for the spot.
I agree. What do you think, Jack? Do you think Cam Clark is going to win that job? I know this is this is going to be a conversation all throughout camp.
I think I hope so, but it's just funny that we're all putting our faith into a guy that we literally know nothing about because we didn't see him play a single snap, but we just saw poor play from Greg Van Roten pretty much all season last year. So none of us are really down. I mean, we'll accept it, I guess, but no one's really pulling to have Greg Van Roten back in that right guard spot. So ideally, Cam Clark is going to – because that's another Joe Douglas draft pick as well, So if Cam Clark could step up into that role and become a starter on this team, Joe Douglas is just a freaking wizard, man.
Yeah, and I think one thing that's going unnoticed is I don't think the team was a 2-14 team last year, even with the Gates coaching decisions, etc. They should have won probably at least 5 of those games, like 3 more. Like the Patriots Monday night game, probably should have won that. What else am I missing? New England, we were going to win the last week before Sam threw 2 picks, I would think, in the second half. And there's a couple other games you could probably sprinkle in that they probably would have won.
The Greg Williams.
Yeah, the Raiders game.
The demise of Greg Williams.
He's never going to coach again after that. I hate to say it, but
I mean, talk about scapegoat though, man. I mean,
Adam Gase was waiting for it.
Gase should have been fired, week 7, week 8, and they fire Greg Williams and wait till the end of the season to fire Gase. But that's not something we ever have to think about again. So,
thank God, man.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, one thing that, I'm sure you guys feel the same way. I can't stand the way the national media treats the Jets. Like they're still saying, we're going to be in defense. I even saw at Power Rankings, we're going to be 29th in defense entering the season. I don't know where they're getting that. They said we're going to go. ESPN said we're going to get the number 1 pick in the draft in 2022. I'm like, the hatred for the Jets, we're literally the punching bag of the league. I just don't get it.
Yeah, man, it's been that way for a long time, and it just feels like the whole world is against us. And unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get out of that stigma until we prove everybody wrong. We need to just come out of the gate starting this year, man. This is the year where we have to tell the league, like, we're not going to win the Super Bowl this year, but we're not a team that you can just go up and just, pounce on. You see the Jets in the schedule. It's an easy game to win. And I feel like this is the year they got to establish a culture, establish a foundation, and prove to the rest of the league and the media that we are trending in the right direction. Because as of right now, we're coming off a 2-14 season. And as you alluded to, Steve, we easily could have won more than 2 games. But whatever the reason is, whether it's the coaching staff or just the players just not being into the game, we did not get the job done. But now everything's brand new, and they're just going off the old Jets energy. Everyone's assuming Adam Gase is still the head coach, and Greg Williams is calling the plays.
And it's a good offseason when we didn't trade for another Colts defensive back.
That's true, because Quincy Wilson did not end up well, and
Year to
year. So, and I mean, at this point, I don't know who the hell our cornerback is going to be, but I got confidence in all the young guys to get a lot of playing time out there. This is going to be a really fun season for the Jets, because I feel like this is the year where we get to watch the young guys get all the playing time as a rookie. I lost Steve for a second.
No, all good.
But yeah, Steve, we appreciate you calling in. You brought up a lot of great points, and hope you have a great night, brother.
Yep, you too, guys. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much, bro.
Bye.
Peace out, Steve. Have a good night.
Peace out.
You too.
So that's going to conclude the Jets media stream. We appreciate you guys tuning in and love having you guys call in, talk some Jets. If you guys are not already, make sure you smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to Jets media if you are not already. And also, if you're interested in getting my Jets media content a day earlier, click the link down below in the description and download Newsbreak, and you'll get an opportunity to watch all my rookie profile videos come out. They're going to be coming out all week. I'm going to be the next guy is Jamie Sherwood, I'm pretty sure. I broke down Zach Wilson, Elijah Vera Tucker, Elijah Moore, and Michael Carter. Next up is Jamie Sherwood, and then Michael Carter II, and then Hausman Nasruddin, Pinnock. I'm going to break down each rookie, and then I'm going to start breaking down each player, and then I'm going to talk about some player position breakdowns and then coaching breakdowns. I got a lot of content on Jets Media coming all throughout the offseason, so make sure you subscribe, and then go check me out on Newsbreak by clicking the link down below in the description. We appreciate you guys so much tuning in on Jets Media. I know there's not too much to talk about in the offseason, but I'm trying to bring you guys the best content as I can. Anything you'd like to say before we end the stream, Jack?
Great stream. It was a pleasure getting to talk with you guys, both in the chat and on the call itself. So, yeah, it's always the highlight of my weekend to come on here and talk with you guys about the New York Jets, which we all love. So, yeah, thank you, Rich, for hosting as always. And a special thank you to all of you guys in the chat. And we'll see you back again here next Monday.
Facts, man. We'll see you guys next week, and I'll see you guys in my content all throughout the week as well. So shout out to all you guys. We appreciate all the support. Let's go Jets, and let's enjoy the OTAs this week. Peace out, everybody. Have a great night.